So this is going to be an unboxing video for the Kickstarter Frost Haven game set. Now I don't even remember when I ordered this. I want to say it was like 2 to 4 years ago. I completely forgot. I didn't completely forget that I ordered this, but I was never expecting to receive it because it was like a year went by and I never heard anything back. And sometimes, with Kickstarter, it's like, well, that was the end of that. But this box comes in, it is beefy, it's hefty. I just put it on the scale and it weighs 31.5 pounds. So it's a monster. If anybody is unfamiliar with Frost Haven, the first one was a Kickstarter as well and was called Gloomhaven. And when that came out, my buddy got it and we started playing it, and we got about a quarter of the way through it and then realized that we weren't big fans of it. And the major issue I have with the Frost Haven Gloomhaven game mechanic is that it works on the law of diminishing returns. And what that means is, like, you start out and you can do a bunch of abilities and a bunch of actions, and as the game rounds go, you slowly lose those abilities. And so you do really well in the beginning of the of the adventure, and by the time you get to the boss, you got nothing left in the tank. But anyway, let's get on to unboxing this guy and seeing what's inside. I have no idea. Oh, there we go. Man, that artwork looks pretty good. I mean, how I'm gonna get it out of here is a different story. Let's turn it to the side and kind of tilt here and wiggle it out. I thought it was going to be a stack of boxes, but it looks like it's just one big giant box. Holy smokes. Well, that's it. It's just one giant box here. So, here is the side. And then this side. Okay. It's the same on both sides. Here's underneath. So, from what it shows, the pictures on the back here, it doesn't really explain why this box is so big. Alright, so it says Frost Haven is a cooperative campaign game of tactical combat, branching narratives, and in a unique fantasy world. You'll take your party of hardened mercenaries through a vast series of scenarios, offering deep gameplay without dice against fully automated enemies. Along the way, you will build up the outpost of Frost Haven, protecting its citizens from attacks through multitude of useful structures. Inevitably, your mercenaries will retire and you will continue your adventure selecting from 17 different cleric classes. The possibilities of the North are near endless. So this is basically how Gloomhaven worked as well. You would play your character, and once you reached a certain level of achievements, you could retire your character, which was, like I found out later, was a really bad idea because I retired my guy as quickly as possible and got a new character that started out at level 1. And even though they compensate for that, quote unquote, our party got kind of totally screwed because my new character was he wasn't worthless, but he was always the first guy to go out because he didn't have as many abilities, he didn't have as many cards. If he was an extra character, like a 5th character, instead of just having 4 characters, he would have been useful. But he was not. And we experienced a lot of losing. So here's the inside. First thing I noticed is they give you like a little carrying case, which you need a bunch of these to hold all the different thousands of tokens and stuff. So that's convenient because we had to go and buy a bunch of stuff at Hobby Lobby and Walmart to hold all of our little tokens and stuff. So that's nice that they give you an organizer. It's, you know, it's kind of just this like thin floppy plastic stuff, but it will work, and it's nice that they included it. So here's a pamphlet. Welcome to Frosthaven. And theoretically, everything that's in it. Oh, look, they show you how to organize your, get the maximum benefit out of your carrying stuff. And, oh wow, look at that. You can pause the video if you want, and you can see how intricately this thing is stacked. Which, that's pretty crazy. Here's the Frosthaven rulebook, and this is how thick it is right here. I'll just quickly thumb through it. Character classes. So, this is the rule book, not the scenario book. So this just shows you how to play, how the mechanics work. Now, one thing about the Gloomhaven Frosthaven is you can play this solo. You can play by yourself because all the monsters work automatically, and that's a nice feature to have. But there are plenty of other games that I feel do it a little better, a little easier. I have no idea what this is. It's some kind of book. It's sealed. They'll probably ask you to break this open at a certain point in the game. Here is the section book, which I have no idea what the section book is. I didn't run the game, so I just played in it. Okay, so here's all the different areas and how to set those areas up. Once you get to a certain area, they'll show you, like, this is how you set the game up. This is how where you put the monsters and what levels and who the monsters are. Any special rules that the monsters play by, they'll be in here. So that is a section book. It's wire bound. It's fairly thick. Here's the scenario book, and this is basically the story of the game right here, and this is how you'll start off. And once you complete different missions, it'll show you what other missions you've unlocked, what different areas you've unlocked, and so there's that. I have to be careful not to put too much glare. I've got a lot of lights in here from different angles. So this is the scenario book. Here's some campaign sheets. Boy, they're really expecting you to play this a lot because they have a lot of... I mean, we went through this. It took us like about 6 months to get through a quarter of the campaign, and they got like a lifetime supply of campaign sheets here. This is the map. And what you'll do with the map is you'll start in one area, and as you unlock different areas and achievements, you'll get little stickers, and you'll put the stick. Holy smokes, this is about double the size of the original Gloomhaven map. So it's like absolutely massive. I mean, this is... It just keeps going. So this is the map you're talking about. And every one of these little spots here, there's a number, and you'll have to look on the sticker book, and you put the sticker over it when you complete it, or you unlock it, and it's available for you to explore. So that's that. That is a lot. And it's a nice cardboard. So you can see the map. Now what's this? This is I have no idea what these are. This looks like player guides. But here's all the little enhancement stickers. These are probably either for the map or for your character sheets. And these are your map stickers here. Once you unlock areas, you can place these on your map. Looks like you're building a fort here, like you have to build each individual piece on its own. I have no idea what this is. This looks like some kind of a chart for alchemy or something, or making spells or the like. Okay. The icon key. Boy, these are big. I don't know why. But you get 5 of them. This may be like a player guide that helps you. Oof, they have punch outs on the back. So maybe you like lift these up like an advent calendar or something. So there's those. Then, oh my gosh, there's... Okay, so I'm going to pull these out. These are the punch outs for all your different game mechanics. I don't think I've ever seen so many punch outs for one game in my life. Here, but these are also have map pieces in them. All the monsters, but I want you to look at this. That's how thick, that's how many punch outs you get for this game. I mean, that's about 3.5, 4 inches thick of punch outs. So I'll just briefly go over them here. Let me adjust my... Let me see if I can tilt it down so you can see them. So I'll briefly go through them all. Looks like you get a lot of monsters, that's for sure. Man, that's a lot of monsters. There's more monsters than map here right at the moment. I mean, you gotta admit, that's pretty cool. Some environment elements. More monsters, more rooms. Okay, so that's all your punch outs. Which once these are fit nice and neat on these little stacks, but once you start popping these off, man, I hope you got a place to put them because they open up pretty quick. Let's see what's next in the box here. Okay, so this goes all the way to the bottom. But this, oh no, it does not. So let me tilt this forward, and all these here are your characters, your individual characters, and we'll just take one. See, they're sealed, so you don't want to break them open, but it's going to have a character sheet in here, their ability cards, and any other kind of information. And each one of these little icons is their class. And so you start off with a certain amount, and then you'll unlock classes as you go. Now there's a tray here. And there's another tray underneath. So let me push this out of the way, and we'll look through this. Uh-oh, there's a stray punch out. Okay, these are These are monster cards. These are how the monsters move and interact with your characters, like when they fight, how they fight, what spells they cast, how they move. There's a pack of generic cards. Here's some more cards. And these are item cards. Item and ability cards. Right here. Like certain items you can buy from the store or you find on your way, they'll give you a little card. Here's the stands for your monsters and for your character. Well, your character should have like some plastic miniatures. They do. I see them down there. So these are your stands for your different monsters, and usually the whites are regular and the yellows are bosses. I don't know what the blues and the reds they make for you for NPCs or something like that. They give you a pack of little baggies here for storage of something. Put that back. Let's see what we got here. Looks like special items. They may be quest items. These look like mission, special mission tokens or cards. Okay, these are like actually your secret or public quests. Like whenever you go, you'll have a secret quest and it'll give you a check mark which you can use to spend to unlock abilities on your characters. A scroll card set. These are probably fighting cards. You instead of rolling dice, they give you these. I think dice would be a much simpler, easier game mechanic, but I know. There's attack cards, I believe. And more cards, more attack cards. Looks like special treasures, quest items. Outpost. I have no idea what these cards are for. More of the same. These look like location cards. And that's this tray, and there's a tray just like it underneath. Let me pull it out. Ugh. Oh, crap. Oh, so all of these character things here are inside this bottom tray. So see, this one isn't sealed, so that must be a starting character. But let me just tilt it up so you can see what's going on here. Let me make sure you can see. Okay, so these here are your for your dashboard, so you can keep track of your health and your experience points. These are envelopes that you put your monster cards in so that you know which monsters are taking damage and how many monsters you have and what their strength is. Here's your monster cards right here. So that's a big old stack of different types of monsters there. Right here along here and in here are they correspond with each of these character stat sheets, and these are all your miniatures for all of your hero characters. These look like unlockables. You unlock these as you go. Like once you finish this scenario, they'll be like, open envelope 4, and you go through here, you find envelope 4, and it'll have something special in there, like either a new quest, an unlocked ability, or a new area you can explore, something like that. Here's some more cards. There's that. And these cards, I'm not familiar with those. more cards I'm not familiar with. And this looks like just a guide so you can know what your statuses are. Like whenever you hit a status, what that means for you. So, I mean, that's a lot. The one thing that I can tell you about this game is when we played it, we kind of got discouraged on it because there's so much going on. It takes, with the regular game, it takes about an hour to set up, and it takes about a half an hour to break down. And that's if you've been doing it a while. You know, get everything just right, get everything set up, and okay, where were we? What did we do last week? Things of that nature. So it takes a long time to set this up. Not that Dungeons and Dragons doesn't. And but this just it's too much, Jerry. It's too much. But that's what you get in the Frost Haven Kickstarter. Everything's going back in pretty well. But of course, I just took it out so I could show you what it looks like. Uh-oh. Now I'm going to run into problems. Let me get all these books back in. Of course, they don't fit. Oh, it doesn't work. Let me take you off of here and let me just show you the old Gloomhaven because I have it over here. So our Gloomhaven resides in this giant footlocker here, and it's massive. It takes up a ton of room. This is one game. And this is what our Gloomhaven looks like. We have all of these different cases for all the different scenarios here. These are the stickers for the map, and each one of these, this is like, these are our characters, and each person has, like, these are all your ability cards and your token, and here's our tokens. Some of these have been painted, some of these we just grabbed some Dungeons and Dragons guys because they looked a little cooler, they were just a little easier to deal with. And then, what's up top? There's some stuff up top. These are like your secret missions right here, either to retire or to level up. And then there's all our characters that are still locked. Here's all the miniatures that are still locked. So, I mean, this is after a year or so of playing, and we still have all this. So, I mean, I'll probably never survive long enough to actually realize finishing a Frosthaven. Like, after, you know, COVID hit, it was even harder to get people to come over and show up to play. So, after that, even if things go back to normal, which, I mean, you know, a lot of gaming groups kind of broke up after that. I also have Gloomhaven over here, which is just a standalone, but you can play it with a regular, whatever Haven the other one is. Oh, it's still Gloomhaven. This is just an expansion over here. Well, that is that. I mean, let me know what you think. All right.